there are sufficient funds remaining from the 2011 transportation bond to address some of the problems on 14th Street as the west side continues to grow. Here's a look at the process.
There's about $3.5 million remaining from the Transportation General Obligation Bond for 14th Street. And what we plan to do on 14th Street is improve the sidewalks, the drainage, actually the road bed itself, and that's everything underneath what you see out here currently. We bring everything up to what we call an urban street standard. And this will help us as we develop the Central West Side plan for the area, which will have a lot more housing units, jobs, and probably have a lot more walking and biking options and transit options.
The challenge with this street is that it has close to 15,000 cars a day, believe it or not. And I think moving forward for our city is how do we accommodate more traffic and retain this as a functional corridor, traffic corridor, and make sure that bicyclists and pedestrians can safely also use this corridor.
So some of the challenges that we're looking at with reconstructing this corridor would first be some of the visual aspects. We have the existing utilities, got private property encroaching in the right-of-way, a number of access points where properties are currently maintaining their businesses. So those are important during design and during construction. While we're doing construction, we'll want to make sure that we can lessen the impact of those as much as possible.
Right now, the street isn't up to what we call a standard, an urban standard. So the sidewalks are heaved, there's drainage that's old, there's lack of street lighting, there's roundabouts that have been sort of crushed by vehicles over the years, and so bringing everything kind of up to what we'd call a modern street standard right now.
It's outdated infrastructure. This is an old state highway that wasn't built to meet the current volume and traffic loading that we see today and that we'll see in our 20-year life that we'll design for. In order to do that, we're going to be looking at a full depth reconstruction, so putting in new base and new asphalt, which is going to be really difficult to maintain traffic during that interval of time.
Moving forward, one of the factors to consider in this corridor is how we're going to accommodate the students moving to and from the OSU Cascades campus. Certainly between OSU Cascades and COCC, and students who are going to and from campus. Although we always need to remember that the new OSU Cascades campus is not going to look like a traditional campus. So as a community, we still don't know exactly what to expect by having this campus.
There's a transit line now, though, runs directly between the two colleges. And we need to improve the street then to match up with that transit line.
Additional goals associated with this project include taking a multimodal approach, which in addition includes improving safety for the corridor. In an effort to do that, we're looking at all modes of transportation, including pedestrian and bicycle mobility, transit use, and then vehicular movements through the corridor. In its existing condition today, there's not any marked crossings along the length of 14th and Century, so be looking at increasing those crossing locations, improving safety, adding in some pedestrian refuges, all while limiting or balancing the access along the corridor.